Morning, everyone. It's going to be a quick guide here on lumberjacking, specifically getting your lumberjacking up to 200 from 150. So at 150, if things really slow down, you really unlock Ironwood, and unless you're just chopping Ironwood trees, the experience is terrible. So let's go get some lumberjack tree or some Ironwood trees. The general goal of this is you're going to use up as much of your azoth as possible. So I would say fill up before you start this journey, and then make sure that your axe has some way to recoup some of this. This particular route, I recommend doing once or twice a week until you get there. It's not anything that's critical. You can already get the highest tier wood. It's just, hey, let's get that 200. So let's get some of these. There we go. So now I'm at 1,000. The first place that we're going to go to here is we're going to go down to Cutlass Keys. This little fast travel spot called a Marshview Shrine. This is close to where you had to do your Proving Grounds quest, and we're going to be going into right over here. That's right before the staging area for the fort. The general route of this is let's make it as quick as possible. We're going to check areas that is close to fast travel spots, and then we're just going to repeat. We're going to run to a fast travel spot, get the trees, run back to the fast travel spot. If you have any on you, I recommend spending a couple of bucks on getting some proficiency potions, just to get a little bit more yield out of this. Some of these areas may be camped, so just be aware. If we don't see any in here, I'll at least try to show off the nodes on where they are. I'm just going to follow the road here. I want to make sure it's as easy as possible for you to find this location on your own later. Okay, so it looks like somebody's already hit this area, but you can see it's even a good spot. There's some wire fiber that we saw, some moats, but look, we got one big tree, two medium trees, and about three small trees. Oh, perfect, we got one here. We'll beat this guy to it just so that we can say we got it done. He had quite a speed boost there. So, I mean, if you want to sit around and wait for a spawn, go for it. Otherwise, we're going to move on to our next location. So we're just going to run back to the fast travel spot. And our next location here is going to be in Monarch's Bluff. Just up here at the Dead Man's Shrine, because there's two locations right out front of the shrine. It's one of the quicker ones. Even this one here is not too bad. And if you hear me sipping, it's Sunday morning and I'm enjoying a coffee. If you really want to optimize this, I would say grab a rapier and throw yourself in light gear. And of course, run your 300 con. That way you get a chance to single hit a tree. Once you single hit a tree for the first time, you never want to go back. Yeah, so you can see up in the right hand corner here, I've got a little mini map going on, just showing us the basics. You can see over here in the left, as soon as we come out, there's about three small trees. They're gone. That's that little nubby right there. And then there's three more over here that tend to spawn. Looks like somebody's trying to put a camp down. You got a medium-sized tree and a couple more that spawn here. Okay. No luck, but this is why this is something you just kind of do once or twice a week, and you try to roll with it. Next up, we're going to go to First Light. I just need to remember where. Oh yes, right here. It explores Vista, and we're gonna run just kind of right along here and make our way back. If you're doing a farming route, that area has a bit of oil as well, so it's a good spot to get both of them done. Most of these locations do have multiple sources of gear of items you can farm. So yeah, you should be able to see from the map in the top right hand corner there. Already, I'm coming up to a couple of nodes. The big question is will they be farmed? I'm not seeing any here. Yeah, there's some nubs you can see right there. Must be everybody's day to go and farm this stuff. So now we'll run back. Our next spot is going to be in Reekwater. And the only reason I choose this route is because I'm working my way from the bottom to the top. So because it's the fast travels, you can basically decide to go any which way you want. But even if these are all empty, if you just sat there chopping, young and mature trees, you're gonna. It's not the same experience. Sirens run, and what we're gonna do is kind of right in over here is where we're gonna check. It's a good idea to have a great axe. In this area, there's going to be a couple of boars and sometimes a couple of angry earth. But I do try to pick the routes that there's really not going to be anything around. All right. Looks like some wolves too. Well, don't see anyone there. We'll run up to the next little tree. Oh, I see one in the distance. It's a small one, but it's there. Ooh, right next to a nice big one. With any luck, that sucker will respawn. Let's get the tree and then we'll skin those suckers. It'd be nice if it gave us an experience number, but it doesn't matter past 200. So all right. You may want to skip this one here as because it's a little farther in from the fast travel spot. But you can see there is a couple hanging around. I'm just going to see if I can eyeball them. No, it's gone. So I'm going to work my way back. Next spot is one of the few spots that I would recommend just sitting there and camping. Although it is very popular. It's Ebonscale Reach Lover's Shrine. So as soon as you exit the shrine, over on the right hand side there's a stack of 3, and across the road there's another stack of 3. If those portals aren't up, you can actually drop down and get a couple more there. Those ones usually go ignored, in my experience, on my server at least. Yeah, perfect. So you can already see just from the mini map in the top right hand corner, there's a couple possible locations. If we just drop off the cliff, but if we run down here, you're going to see it right away. The reason I like this area is because I can also get some herbs, and then I'll just chop these trees. There's just so many of them that while you're waiting for the big trees to respawn, you can do that. If you can afford it, buy some blue bags that all have lumberjacks on them. If you're gonna farm some wood, just grab those just for when you're doing this. It will make the world a difference. And again, it looks like everybody's busy at it today, but you can tell this is where they spawn. So I usually stick on this side cutting these trees so I can quickly access the respawns over here, and while keeping my eye on the closer side and rushing to get those done. Very quick spot. Might as well get it while we're here. Alright, next up is going to be Brightwood. And we're actually going to go down to the Alchemist Shrine, and we're going to run down to this little town over here, I believe. And you can see right now, maybe I've gotten one or two trees. I've spent about 100 days off. And I'm nearing the end of the loop. Aha, here we go. So the amount of experience that you get from one of these trees, it's worth it. It's the only thing you want to spend your time on. Yeah, looks like maybe he's the one that's farming them. Alright, let's run back to the fast travel spot. Our next spot is going to be in Eden Grove. So some angry earth are going to be nearby. Right over here, Blighted Shrine. This is the one that's up on the mountain. And you can see we do have a couple of locations. There can be some blight areas, but we won't worry too much about that. But look at that. We come off. Beauty. We got one right here and a possible lynx that we need to kill. Should be one kicking around here somewhere. I don't see it. It's a very colorful area, so you can kind of lose track. Oh, here's a nice big one. Look at that one. So I did get a logging aptitude, which is nice. I mean, so it was a fair amount of experience there. There's some herbs we can get along the way, but we're just looking for these trees. And I'm going on the assumption that other guy is also looking for trees. So we got one here. Come on. There we go. I like to look around. I think that's another one right next to us. Nope, that's a boulder. Alright, we're going to make our way back to the shrine and head up to the last spot, which is one of the spots that you can actually spend a little bit more time in. I'm actually going to grab these along the way here. Awesome. I'm going to go... Alright, so this whole area in the Blighted Wilds, there's a whole bunch of locations, and you can also use this to mine. So you can see we're again we'll be at 850 at the end of this. So you figured we spent about 150 Azoth. We didn't have the best of luck at the start, but we did get a couple of trees here. So it's just about doing this over time and getting that money sorted. Getting that money sorted. I don't ignore that one. First spot we like to check is just we'll run over here before we jump down. As sometimes there is one right here and we don't have it. Lots of angry earth. They can be easily dealt with a great axe. The archers are the worst, though. The beauty of this area too is that you got these wolves who do. You can't actually skin them. You skin them with the axe, so everything translates over to lumbering. Oh, there you go. So that big tree was 5,513 experience. These little guys here are 139 each. So we're going to try this here. It looks like that tree is gone. It looks like the one back here is gone. You can see I'm not even going to mine this right now, but it is a good area to come to for both. I don't see it. We're going to keep taking, we're going to keep going along here. If you just heard that, I aggroed one of the guys. The archers are the worst. Got two smaller trees right across the river here. So there you go. That was 2,500 and some odd experience. $697. So just as an example, let's go to this young tree. 73. So you can either sit there getting 7.3 every time, or find some mature ones getting 166, or you keep going after these big ones here. So I'm running normally on the outside here because look at all the star metal that I'm not getting just for you, just so that I can record this. And I'm running facing this way just so that I can see if I can find any of the trees. Yep. 2,700. Now, do be careful. Sometimes in the distance, the trees will show you that it's there, but they're not actually there. That's just the game's way of loading in assets in the distance. Ah, the silver. Thanks, Fade. It's always nice to see people sharing. So then I'm just going to run around the corner to the next possible 3 locations, and if they are taken, we're going to recall out of here and we can start the loop again. Right, let's see how much this one worth. 5,500. Let's see here real quick. How much wood have we gotten? We've gotten almost 500. 500 wood here. We've got one more tree that we're gonna get. Probably have to fight some guys for it. But when you think about that, we've had some bad luck along the beginning of the route. We're about 25 minutes into it, and we've gotten a fair amount of experience. In my case, I've gotten an aptitude crate, and I've gotten about 500 wood here. There you go, 492. I mean, I'm almost there. If I had a little bit better luck earlier on, that would be it. So now, pick a home, recall, and repeat. And if I take a look once I land, we'll see how much Azoth that particular route cost us. 876. So you luck out sometimes with the costs on that. And if you can see the axe that I'm using too, I don't even. Oh, I do have Azoth extraction. So I'm not cutting a lot of trees. I'm not getting a lot of this back, but it is helping a little bit. So that's the route I recommend. That's it.